What's going on? This your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. For the past year, I've been looking forward to the next project that No Malice puts out. And finally, we have a release date. Let the Dead Bury the Dead is coming out on August 18th. At this time, there are two singles out there. One is titled Fake News and the other is more recent, titled So Woke. There's also a third record called Jesus Christ that came out in 2016. Now, this is the only one out of the three songs that I mentioned that aren't on like Spotify or iTunes. Like So Woke and Fake News, they're both on all like the streaming platforms, but this one is only on SoundCloud and YouTube. So I don't know if the plan is to have that on the album still, or if it's just one of those loose records that will be forgotten. I think it really fits into what No Malice is aiming to do with this album, so I wouldn't be surprised if it makes a cut, but I don't have any like confirmation otherwise. So what does the album title mean? Let the Dead Bury the Dead is a quote from the Bible in Matthew 8:22. Now, I apologize to anybody who's real religious if I kind of misconstrue any of this. I did a little bit of research. So basically, Let the Dead Bury the Dead is something that Jesus told a man who claimed that he didn't want to follow him as a disciple. So this man said, I would love to follow you, but I have to bury my father first. Apparently, back in those days, burying your father wasn't necessarily a term meant to be as literal as it sounds. Your father could be alive and well for many years to come, but this is kind of like his way of getting out of something he doesn't want to do. This man didn't believe in Jesus' message enough to follow him with ease. So he was trying to get out of it is the way that I gather it. So basically, Let the Dead Bury the Dead is more spiritual than physical. It's for the people who don't have God in their heart and soul. So far, No Malice hasn't talked too much about the album's title and concept and all of that, but I was able to find a 2016 quote that he told Rapzilla. He said, basically the concept of the album is, instead of getting caught up with what everyone else is doing, I just want to show people that I don't have anyone to keep up with. You don't have to be in competition with everyone. Just be the best you that you can be, because let the dead bury the dead. This rat race is always going to go on. We know that No Malice is a very religious man now, so it's shaping up that this album is going to be a modern take on the Bible quote. Like, the way that I interpret it is like he's going to be talking about like what's spiritually damaging to this world in this day and age. Like several forms of rap, police officers killing innocent black people across America, and a lot more. Like, that's what you get when you listen to the first couple singles that he's put out. I believe this album is where No Malice will find his stride as a solo artist. I revisited Hear Ye Him yesterday, which was his first solo project back in 2013. I listened to that yesterday and it was good. Like, I probably slept on it back in 2013, but it was a lot better than I remembered. But I'm also a lot more excited for Let the Dead Bury the Dead than I was for his first project. I really feel like he's found what he needs to be doing as a solo artist, both lyric and production wise. Like, when I listen to this music, I'm not saying that it's not a departure from what he was doing with the clips, but it sounds more in like that similar vein. Like, it's got a clips vibe to it, but with a message attached. I think a lot of people got turned off by the idea of No Malice doing like Christian music. I think that's what people interpret it as. But he's really just a rapper who happens to be Christian. He's not making all these songs and saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, he's more so preaching. And it's an idea that we see a lot more now than in 2013. Nowadays you have Chance the Rapper, you have Kendrick, you got even T.I. talking about like these issues that No Malice is tackling. So I look at it like there's no better time for No Malice to succeed as a solo artist than now. Not for nothing, also, you can't say that No Malice isn't rapping his ass off. Like, he probably deserves as much credit as Pusha T gets. And I base that just off of listening to his first project, as well as the three singles that are off this upcoming album. He may not be rapping about drugs anymore, but his pen game is sharper than ever. He's able to make this transition and really talk about things that have an impact. And for that reason alone, I hope that Let the Dead Bury the Dead is as celebrated as it should be. I have no doubt in my mind that No Malice is going to deliver a good, even great album on August 18th. So those are just a few thoughts I had regarding No Malice's sophomore album titled Let the Dead Bury the Dead. After you watch this video and you hear everything that I was talking about, and if you haven't checked out the singles, I'll include links for you to check those out in the description section. And after all of that, let me know what you think. Are you looking forward to this album? Are you not looking forward to it? Let me know what you're feeling in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at Sermons Domain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.